It has this really beautiful design to the fabric. On this video, I'm going to teach you how to do the shell and V-stitch. I'm going to be using a 4mm hook and some cotton yarn size 4. So for the stitch, you want to start with a foundation chain that's a multiple of 8 plus 3. So in my case, I have 19. For row 1, you want to skip 2 chains, which counts as a double crochet. And into the next one, you're going to do 2 double crochets. So we're skipping 1, 2, and then into the next, do 2 double crochets. So that is 1 and 2. All right, now we're going to start a row repeat. You're going to skip 3 chains. So we skip 1, 2, 3. And into the next, we're going to work a V-stitch. So for that, you want to do a double crochet, a chain 1, and now another double crochet into that same chain to complete your V-stitch. That's what that looks like. So now continuing the row repeat, you're going to skip 3 chains. So we skip 1, 2, 3. And into the next, you're going to do 5 double crochets all into the same chain. So we're going to work 5 double crochets into that same chain. And it's important to note that anytime you work these many stitches into one chain of your foundation chain, the next one's going to kind of cinch up. So you got to be careful not to disregard that. You'll start noticing once you maybe get to the 3rd double crochet. So for me, this is my 2nd one. 3rd. And so just want to remember that's my next chain there. 4 and 5. And that finishes the row repeat. So you can go back to the beginning with the skip 3. And just remember that that next chain is a little bit hidden, so you're going to want to be careful there. That's your first one. Skip 1, 2, 3, and then work a V-stitch. Double crochet, a chain 1, and a double crochet into the same chain for your V-stitch. Now if you have a lot more chains, you would continue the row repeat by skipping 3 and then doing, so skip 3 and then doing 5 double crochets into the same chain and then back to the beginning of the row repeat. In my case, I'm at the end of the row here. So after my V-stitch, I'm going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm left with 1 chain only, and into that last chain, we're going to do 3 double crochets to finish this first row. So we do 1, 2, and 3. All into that final chain. And that there is the end of row 1. For row 2, you want to start with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, and flip our work. Now you're going to do 1 double crochet into the first stitch. So into this one here, you do 1 double crochet. Now you're going to start your row repeat. You're going to do 5 double crochets into the space of the center of the next V-stitch. So that chain 1, that's between your double crochets in the V-stitch. Into that space there, you're going to work 5 double crochets. So we're going and doing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now you're going to continue the row repeat. So we're going to do 1 V-stitch into the 3rd double crochet of the next shell. So remember how you did 5 double crochets here. You're going to find the 3rd one. So 1, 2, 3. And into there, you're going to do a V-stitch. So we do a double crochet, a chain 1, and another double crochet into that same stitch. And that finishes the row repeat. You can go back to the beginning of it by doing 5 double crochets into the chain space of the next V-stitch. Then you're going to do 1 V-stitch into the third of the double crochets of the shell. That's the row repeat of this row. So you can do that for however many stitches you have. And I'll see you at the end of the row. At the end of the row, you're going to have the 2 double crochets and turning chain left. So you're going to just do 2 double crochets into the top of the turning chain. So you're skipping the 2 double crochets essentially. And into the top of the turning chain, you're going to do 2 double crochets. That's 1 and 2. And that there is the end of row 2. For row 3, you're going to start with a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet. And you want to flip your work. You're going to do 2 double crochets into the first stitch. So into the first one here, 2 double crochets. That's 1 and 2. And now we start a row repeat. We're going to do a V-stitch into the third double crochet of the shell. So 1, 2, 3, into there, do a V-stitch. So that is a double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet into that same stitch. Now continuing the row repeat, you want to do 5 double crochets into the chain space of the shell stitch. So into there, we're going to do 5 double crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that ends the row repeat. As you can see, this row is kind of an inverse of row 2. You do a V-stitch in the middle double crochet of the previous shell stitch, and then 5 double crochets into the chain space of the previous V-stitch. And so you continue that repetition for however many rows or stitches you have, and I will see you at the end of the row. And so at the end of the row here, you're going to finish with a V-stitch into your previous shell stitch, and you're going to be left with 2 double crochets, 1 more double crochet, and the turning chain. So into the top of the turning chain, you're going to do 3 double crochets. So into the top of the turning chain there, we do 3 double crochets. This is my second one and my third one. And that is going to complete row 3. So moving forward, you just want to repeat rows 2 and 3 back and forth until you have the desired length of your work or a finished swatch. And here it is. This is really beautiful. This is quite lovely. Really easy repetition, basically double crochets and chains, but it adds a really cool look to the work. Hey, while you're at it, why don't you just subscribe to my channel? Just do it. Just do it.